Boom, baby. Hiya, folks. It's Jeff Slivin here, and tonight we're talking about the K-Bar Fighting Utility Knife. Now, this is a knife with a really lot of history, and yeah, basically it was made famous by the United States Marine Corps in World War II. And so it's actually more commonly referred to as the USMC knife. However, it was also used along the same timeline by the U.S. Army and the U.S. Navy UDT, or Underwater Demolition Team, which would later become the Navy SEALs. So, yeah. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether the actual K-bar knife or its brothers, the Ontario or the Camillus, were actually used by the UGT, or perhaps it's a combination of all of them. Um, Anybody that actually knows, you can let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's go through some specs here. Well, first of all, this was actually designed in World War II. So, 1942, sorry, for World War II. Now, it has a blade length of 7 inches with a clip point, as you can see here, and it has a usable blade length of 6.5 inches. And we have a weight of 280 grams, so for its size, it's actually not all that heavy. It's not that bad. Okay, now the total length is around 12 inches. And the handle here on this classic one, as you can see, is a leather stack. And it's a full tang, but it's a very thin tang. And it comes down to this pommel here, which is pinned, as you can see there. Okay, now the blade steel on this is 1095 HC, and it's the blade itself is 3/16 of an inch thick. Okay, so yeah, this is basically a classic knife, and as you can see, I've got the U.S. Navy version here, USN. As I mentioned also, they're also extensively used by the U.S. Army and, of course, the U.S. Marine Corps. Not too sure about the Air Force. I just don't know. But there you go. It's a fantastic knife. Okay, now there are still they still make this today, and they also make modern versions of this as well, which are still actually used by some factions of the military. Now, the difference being that the handle on the new version is made of this thing called kraton, okay, rather than a leather stacked washers. And the sheath on the new version is made out of a polymer, it's some sort of Kydex. Now, here is what you would have been initially issued back in World War II, and this one is the U.S. Navy one, which is a very basic sort of leather sheath with a pocket, with a snap up there. Nothing really, nothing really too flashy about it, but it did the job and it still does the job. But as I said, with the newer versions, they've actually gone to a polymer or possibly even a Kydex. I'm not too sure. But this is the basic, the traditional knife, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Can you get better knives out there? Well, you probably can. This is not a knife that you would actually use as a survival knife, but as a combat and utility knife. This does just as well now as it did back in World War II, and it was used throughout the Korean War and Vietnam War, and as I said, still today, just a slightly more modernized version of it. Now, these things are like less than $50 US, and so if you're looking for just a really nice deployment knife, you can have a look at something like that. Um, so anyway, a great knife. Really like it. Really happy to have it. And okay, that's gonna do it for tonight. Until then, until next time, Jeff Levinson, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now.